Welcome back to another action figure review. In this review, we're going to be taking a look at a Hiya Toys DC Injustice 2 Supergirl. This is the box that she comes in. Front of the box has a very nice large window. Down here at the bottom left, we have a nice picture of the figure. And at the very bottom, we have a DC Injustice 2 Supergirl nameplate. And the bottom right, we have the Hiya Toys logo. At the top, we have warning for choking hazards for children under age of 3. But these are recommended for adult collectors at least 15 years or older. The top and the bottom of the box just shows DC Injustice 2 Supergirl. And then this side of the box on both sides just says DC Injustice 2. The back of the box, the top has DC Injustice 2 Supergirl. Exquisite Mini is a new standard setting series for 1/18 scale, featuring super articulation action figures on the Hiya Toys. We have the social media contacts here, Twitter, Facebook, if you want to follow them. We have the Hiya Toys company information. We have a UPC. This is DC and Warner Brothers trademarks and all rights. Two very nice product shots of the figure. And this warning is again that we discussed. You guys are going to be really impressed with this figure. I always do a pre-inspection of my figures because these figures are known for having stuck joints. So we're going to have to inspect them, heat them, and so we can get through our reviews. I'm going to have to say this ahead of the game here, that this, if you're going to buy any Hiya Toys figures, this is the one to get. Believe it or not, this is fantastic figure. Of course, it's not perfect, but it is well worth the $20 that they cost. Let me show you why. Let's take it out of the box. So the backdrop in there of Daily Planet, which is all beat down. Here is our figure in a clamshell. Just gotta lift this up to have access to your figure and your accessories. Here she is, looking fantastic. As she, telling you, man, this is the figure to have. This is the best of the DC Injustice figures right here. We still have a couple more to look at that I have so far, but it's all the ones we looked at. I'm telling you right now, if you want to buy any of these, this is the one to get. This is super cool. Take a look at that head sculpt. She has her short blonde hair, lipstick, eyes are painted nicely. It's pretty good head sculpt. Red shoulder pads, the super S in her chest there, painted in gold with red interior. Her entire bodysuit is done in 2 different shades of blue, a dark and light blue. She has a gold band around her waist, or on the hips here. She has red gloves. Her boots are pretty nice. On the outside they are red, on the inside they are blue. And then she has gold trim around the top of them. And the bottom of them are actually black. Very cool. But you may have already noticed something that I'm going to show you here. Because I used to always talk about like the cloaks, the capes that come with any figures. Star Wars, G.I. Joe, Vitruvian Hacks, Joy Toy, etc. If you're putting premium money for premium figures and you're at $20 and you're getting a plastic cape cloak, to me that's just unacceptable. But you already see that this is already a soft goods cape. You're probably thinking, oh, what's the big deal about a piece of red cloth, right? Who cares? This is what I'm talking about. Look at that. That is absolutely fantastic. That shiny gold trim around that piece of cloth. That is sick. That is so cool. Here's the back of the figure. That is fantastic. Bam. I did not expect that. When I first seen it, I was like, wow, how cool is that? The details. That's what you should get on premium figures that you're paying $20 for. That's my opinion. You not disagree. May not disagree with me. You can disagree, but man, you can't deny how awesome that is. And also, most of these figures you can't put the arms down. Check this out. Now, that's what I'm saying right there. This is the figure to get if you're buying any of them. This is well worth the $19.99 that you have to pay to get this. Now, you have to heat these. They are actually very stiff when you get them, but if you put the work in, you can put her arms down and you can articulate her pretty good. These are very small joints, so you want to be very careful. So let's take a look at the articulation. Her head is on a ball joint. Easy rotation, 360. A little bit down. A little bit up. Side to side. These are more of a rubber material, these shoulder pads. Her arms will raise up until they hit those shoulder pads. They do rotate 360 all the way around. Still a little stiff. I'll probably heat them a couple more times. They have bendable elbows. See if I can get it back to where it belongs. There we go. Now, her elbow isn't the greatest. Like I said, nothing's perfect. But for Supergirl, she pretty much just smashes stuff. If you're going to play with her, for example. It's not like you can put a gun in her hand or anything. But she does not have an alternative set of hands if you want to. I'm not sure what they look like yet. I didn't look at the accessories. But she has punching hands on. And her wrist is turned 360. That's the only articulation there is. Very cool. She does have some chest articulation here. You can't get that much. It's more of a back and forward motion. Not too much. You can rotate it side to side a bit. Not much. She does have some articulation in her legs. Still quite tight. Go forward a good bit. It doesn't sit that well. Again, Supergirl doesn't sit. She flies, right? Like I said, nothing's perfect. Her knees are double jointed. You're going to want to be very careful with these knee joints. They are quite small. You see that she has two joints. And her feet do pivot down. Do not go side to side. It's just a joint that goes up and down. It's a very nice looking figure. This is, in my opinion, the best figure that Joy Toy has offered in the DC Injustice line. It's very nice. Very cool. Get nice flight poses on an issue. Just be careful with those knee joints. This one here, I got to heat a little bit more. But if I take my time, should have perfect working figure, as the design lets you. Here's a comparison of her with Black Canary. And here she is with Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman is actually taller than Supergirl, as you can see here. So I'm going to set Supergirl aside for 1 second because I did a Wonder Woman review and I was trying to swap out the hands, and unfortunately I couldn't do it because they were hard and stiff, and I needed to heat up the plastic to make it softable for it to expand for me to actually get the hand to go over the ball joint. So I wanted to take a quick opportunity to update you on what it looks like for her holding her sword. And when this is the gripping hands because she came with her punching hands. As you can see, these wrists are super small. You gotta be extremely careful. I mean, the wrists are so small, the hands look like she has man hands sometimes. You can tell there. And like I said, on the shield part, you do have to take off the hand to slide the arm through. So you have to take off the hand, slide on through, and be able to try to put that hand back on. It's a little tricky, but it can be done. So that's just a small update for Wonder Woman. So I did have to heat those up. Just want to let you guys know. Okay, so let's get back to Supergirl. Awesome figure. She looks great. Especially that cape, man. Whew. Let's put her up here because she looks so cool. While we take a look at her accessories. It comes with the same Injustice stand when it's black with the purple chrome paint. And she comes with the, obviously, the 2 brackets, the H bracket, whatever you want to call it. And I guess you guys already know what to do with these, right? You stick them on here, connect them to another DC Injustice figure. She comes with an alternate head. This is a mean face. She still has her short blonde hair, but then this is where her eyes are maybe shooting laser beams out of her eyes. Her teeth are painted white. Yellow hair. But I'm probably going to have to heat that to take that off, so I'm not going to do that. And as you can see here, she does have a pair of hands. These are so small, I'm not going to even try to hold them. But they are not really gripping hands. One hand is like kind of like this. And the other one's kind of with these fingers out. These 2 fingers are out. But they're very small. You won't be able to see them if I put them between my fingers anyway. So you do have alternate choices for posability for the Supergirl figure. It's pretty sweet. Oh, this one kind of, her face is awful big on this one. I like this Escort better. It looks like 2 different people to me, I guess. I don't know why. And if you're interested, this is what she looks like with a G.I. Joe figure. She is definitely a shorter figure. She's the same size as Black Canary is about the same height. Alright guys, please consider subscribing and thanks for watching.